Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mod, and today guys we are going to be doing our Lancaster bomber build. So we are going to do issue 104 of Build the Lancaster Bomber. Now there's a lot going on in this issue today, so I'm going to sort of break it down into two parts. So we will be working on the aircraft last in this video, but I'm going to do it first because that's going to be the easiest bit to film. The second part is we're working quite a bit on the base as well. Now I'm going to make that the part two because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Lancaster away, tidy up a bit, and then come back in with the base things. So a bit all over the place, but I think it's just going to be easier to work like that for me today. Anyway, enough said, we've got a lot to do. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so issue 104, I'm going to show you this. We're working on the side panel and the bomb bay housing. But literally, this is the base. More base. Then we're working on the aircraft. A bit more on the aircraft, and that's as completed work. And there is absolutely nothing else in this magazine about facts or anything or history. So the entire magazine is instructions. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting on this part first of the aircraft. So we'll bring this across. This is the other side of the bomb bay doors. I'm going to go to the build camera. We've got two, like, they're saying these are magnets, but I don't know. I think they're just pieces of steel or metal or whatever you're using, personally, because they're not sticking together. So these are going in there. If you're a bit tough, just use the side of my bench or the mat to get them in. Okay, so next we have the hinges, and we've got a few of these to put in. So they're going to go in like this. Okay, and they're held in there with PP screws, and quite a few as well, because for each hinge we've got two screws. And then we have to repeat the screws again when we put this onto the fuselage. Okay, so that's one on. Sometimes it can be just prizing these apart, that can be the problem. Okay, another PP screw. Thought it had come wonky off my screwdriver, but it hadn't. These hinges are very, very fiddly to do, and they're not the easiest thing to do when we get them in the aircraft either. Just getting these in. Just noticed one of the screws isn't in properly, so I'll fix that in a sec. Let me just get this one in. That's the problem. You get so far and then it comes off your screwdriver. Oh, the screwdriver just decides not to work with you. Right, now I've got that one in, I'm just going to tighten this one that I thought I tightened, but I'm not. Okay. Another PP screw. Okay, so this is the last hinge to go on here. Then I just check to make sure all the screws are nice and tight, because it can look like the screw's gone in enough just by the feel of it, but when you look at it you think, yeah, that could have gone in a couple more turns there and could have tightened that up a bit better. But you don't want to tighten them too much, because you don't want to break the thread. A couple of turns there. And just looking at this one here. There we go. Right, okay, they are now on. So I'm going to bring the aircraft across. Now this first part might be okay on the top camera. So we're going to be slotting this in just like we did the other side. Now this, when I did this on the other side, it was rather challenging to get it all lined up at the same time for it to go in. Right, they're all lined up bar one. Now they're just fighting me. Come on. Right. No, that's not in. It will be in a minute, trust me. Right, that one's in. Come on. Right, just this far end one. Ah, one's... Right, guys, let me get this done and I'll be right back. So, back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, guys, they're back in. Now, I've got the side camera ready to go here because we're now going to be putting the screws in. Why is it easier to do something off camera than it is when you're on camera? I do not know. But, yeah, that was a lot easier as soon as it kind of the pressure was off. Right, now if I remember correctly, these are not the easiest to do. But we've got to get them done. Just going to try pH 0. Yeah, that seemed to work a bit better, at least to get them initially started in there. what I can do is I get these started as far as I can get in with a pH 0, then use the pH 1 to go around and tighten them all up, in theory. That's working a lot better for me. It's that 0 now. It's all about what works for you. Now, these are going in nice now. So I've got 2 more left to do, which I'll take. And then I'll just go around with with 1 and tighten them all up. I'll probably do that before I set up for the base, because I need to get this into an angle where I can get, you know, enough torque in my wrist to do it. Okay, there we go. So the bottom bay door is on as such. I will be tightening them off when I just switch off the camera, and then yeah, we'll get on with the base. But that is what the bottom bay doors are looking like. If I go to the top camera, you can see there they are in place. Fantastic. Okay guys, so that's the end for part 1 of this video. I'm going to get set up for part 2. For you, it'll feel like a flash, but for me, could take a little bit longer. So back in a sec.
20 minutes later.
Okay guys, so I'm going to go to the build camera to start off with. Right, so we've got this piece of wood. Now, it's saying to connect this piece straight to the bigger piece that we've got. After a bit of thinking about this last week, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I love doing things a little bit differently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this bracket on before I put this onto the big piece, because it's so clunky. I can just get better maneuverability with it like this than it being attached. So that's going to make my life 10 times easier. Okay, so I'm going to go to the side camera, because we're going to need both pieces of our base tonight. So we're going to need this bit. Here we go. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're now going to be adding this onto the side just here. I know I'm just out of camera shot, but this is going to be the best way to do this. So another JM screw. Okay, so let me just try and move this camera up a bit. There we go, you can see everything. Right, so what we're going to be doing next is we're actually going to be adding the base panel, this panel here, to her. So I'm going to slide this in. Now this is going to give it some rigidity, or whatever that word is. Don't worry about things, Matt, when you're trying to do something that... Right, so that has gone in. Pretty cool. Right, so next what we need to do, we've been getting these brackets for a while now, been collecting them. We're actually now going to secure this to our base. So there's going to be one that goes here, one that goes here, one that goes here, one that goes here. Now the question is, it's not asking, oh yes no, it's not. So it's not asking me to put them, these two on the other side. So we've got two spare. Bring across our screws. Now we're going to secure these in. Now it's going to be the black RP screws to secure them into the bottom of the base. And then it's going to be the JM screws to screw them to the sides. So let's start. So I'm going to start with the RP screws first of all. One in. That's two in. Then we get the JMs. And screw them in. Another JM. And screw that in. So we're going to more or less do that round. Now I'm going to work like a sweatshop, and I'm going to put all the black ones in first, then go around and put all the silver ones in. Why? I don't know. I like just the way I do things, I suppose. Trying to think a little bit out the box with these things, because that thing that I could have done last week when I finished recording, like, whew, I could have made my life a heck of a lot easier, but I didn't. Now the reason I could put the ones on the front is I am not sure how the dam part, which is going to be at the front of our base, is going to go. So I might as well leave that off for now till a later date, and then we'll see how it goes. But we must be getting close to doing that. Okay, so this one's going to be off camera because it's right down here. You just got to think that this is just going to bring it all together. In the end. Okay, so I'm going to go around with the silver ones. I'll do the ones off camera first of all, and that gets them out the way. Now that isn't an easy one to do with that battery box in the way. Not an easy one to do at all. Just try and get it in. Right. So 4 more of these to go. I can actually feel it now coming nicely together. I'm just going to check these on the joints, make sure they are tight as well, but they should be. Oh, looking good. Looking really good, and it's not taken as long as I thought it would do, which is great. Right, so we had one of the RPs left over, but none of the JMs left over. Okay, so there we go. That is all we have to do in this issue. I know it was a bit strange not going exactly what the instructions tell us to do and the order and everything, so I don't know how I'm going to put the pictures up on the screen for the stages, but I am pretty happy with how I've done it today. I think it was more logical to get the aircraft done out of the way and then work on this huge base. So guys, that is issue 104 complete. Well guys, that is it for the Lancaster bomber. That was nice and epic, full magazine of instructions, no the bits of history, and I think we managed to get that one out of the park. That was amazing, really looking nice. Now the base is a lot more sturdy now we've put the bottom part of it on, and I think it'll get a lot more sturdy as we had now add the dam and the dam water to it. So it's going to look good, and obviously we've been working on the fuselage as well. So yeah, it's looking very, very promising, I've got to admit. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please can you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.